San Diego FC.
San Diego
Nashville.
FC. San Diego FC. Wyatt asked, what made CJ lose his spot? He broke his nose.
Broke his face. Face was broke. And
that happens all the time,
and a couple of
man.
mistakes.
That happens all the
lie.
time.
There was a couple of mistakes leading up to the game where he wasn't necessarily tidy, and some of the saves just in that game, right? I think it was to be desired a little more of a better effort on the goal that he let out in that match. It was Houston's 4-2. Houston's 4-2. You got 4 goals scored on him.
I will keep saying this. Like, can any at this point? I mean, not to shame. Like, I think Cisniega and CJ are very good goalkeepers, but can any decent goalkeeper just thrive the way San Diego FC play?
This is the thing with yeah, sure. And that's what Pablo Cisniega was. And Isaac, good eye, because I've been saying this, he is the better pure goalkeeper of the two. He's a shot stopper. He's a Osvaldo Sanchez 2.0 Mexican style goalkeeper. He's going to be brave. He's going to come out. He's going to make himself big, good reflexes, good stoppage, and just a good safe wall. Then that does mean that sometimes that's a little lacking with the feet, and the way that San Diego FC really plays.
I trust him.
The way that San Diego FC plays, they require a goalkeeper to be able to do stuff with the feet and distribute from the back and be confident. And there's been moments where Cisniegas almost got caught off, and he's kind of been in a no man's land. So has CJ, but with the added shot stopping ability, you kind of sacrifice that with CJ a little bit. So yeah, Cisniegas is he hasn't given a reason to bench him for CJ. Even though I will say, CJ, last time I went to training, did stay a good 25 to 30 minutes after just training out. When they go and they do the press, the media, and everybody goes in.
Trying to earn that shit outside. Back, man. He's got to try to earn it back one way.
Was training.
It's gonna be up to Leagues Cup. I think CJ starts tomorrow for San Diego FC for the Leagues Cup. But let's talk about this match over the weekend against Nashville SC. We had the starting 11, and again, Manu Duah, Ian Pilcher starting at center back, Bombino and Verhoeven. We saw this back line before. It's I think they named it the youngest back line to start in MLS.
Yes.
I mean, they average 20 years old. This back line together collectively can go out to get a drink at the bar. Yeah, Sersko, Valacari, Luca de la Torre, Tomas Angel again at the 9. And he played? The ghost of San Diego FC.
The Phantom of the Snapdragon.
Phantom of the 9. Anders Dreyer at the right wing, Irving Chuky Lozano at the left wing. On paper, this is a good, scary lineup because you have a very young back line, but they've kind of proven themselves. I'm digging Manu Duah at center back. I know he's a natural midfielder, but I think they're going to keep him at center back. Yepes Verscope at the end of the game told us, I think we found his position. Like, this guy is meant to be a center back. He has the vision center defensive midfielder, but he's great at the center back position.
Ooh, that's such a weird question, I think, for Yepe to answer too, because isn't he the 6th in the center? He doesn't want to be like, yeah, he should be a CDM. Then he's saying yeah, he should take my starting spot.
Or you talk down Godoy.
Yeah, I don't necessarily. I think San Diego FC is a team that their starting players want to help the younger players build up and get to eventually become starters, right?
But he's saying you can start, but you're going to be center back. I get to play in my position in midfield, even though.
I'm not gonna lie. Sorry, not gonna lie. I think the way I've seen Manu Duah play, I think I would like him still better at the center back. He's fast. He's great at cutting plays. He's able to play out the back as well. I think, he hypes up the crowd. I think the size that he has, he's a dream center back. You want a fast, pacey center back that can play out the back as well. I know there's always those comparisons with Sergio Busquets, but I think Manu Duah is meant to be a center back. I don't know. Tony, do you agree with that? What do you think about Manu Duah?
Don't cut my man's wings. He wants to be Busquets. Busquets' his favorite player.
But he can do it from that position.
He can, but
you're telling
it's forcing him to kind of do something that he's not. If his trajectory goes into center defensive mid and that's what he's meant to be, just naturally, then let's see it out. If by necessity you have to go ahead and give him the role of center back and he does it well, I'll give you David Alaba.
Yeah, no, that's where my mind's going
Philip
right?
Lam.
Yeah, that's where my mind. Like, say David Alaba with Bayern Munich, he's a left back. Real Madrid, left back converted to center back. But when he played for his national team, he was playing probably striker. You know, Manu Duah.
Okay, John Obi Michael. He was a center attacking mid forever.
Exactly.
Okay.
Like, I think a lot of the times these players are way better at one position, but when it comes to going to their national team or anything like that, they're going to be playing different positions because that's the need of that team, right? I think players that adapt to the need of the team are some of the best players in the world, which is why I think Manu Duah has the highest ceiling out of all the players that SanDiego FC has. That's just my take. But the game starts with a controversial call. Go ahead, Abe.
No, I think you're right in that it's a good call to keep that versatility in him too, especially while he's such a young player. Like, I think those skills translate either way. Those defensive skills at center back, and then also those CDM skills transfer. Like, overall, I think in like the future, like say Jeffrey Verskov leaves, I think you just push Manu Duah up a little bit. You know.
Look, at the end of the day, what you want in a player is adaptability. And players say it all the time. I'm going to play where the coach wants me to play because they want to play. If Manu Duah is going to get minutes and it's at center back, he's happily going to do that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, players sometimes want a specific position, but they're going to do what they have to do to get minutes. The game continues. 20 minutes in, not much is happening. This controversial in quotations play happens. A lot of people in the press box kept saying, like, yeah, that should be a red. Tony, you and I were on that wagon of like, no, there's no way in hell this is ever a red card.
Just raining in people's parade. It's 1-0, guys. It's not. Like, relax. Like,
hey,
I know
think this was a red?
I didn't think so, just because he wasn't the last defender either. Like, I think it looks a little weird because of like the angle, but like you can't call that because there's another defender as well. So it's just a yellow card to me.
I think it's also not a red because I don't think Chuky will get there. I think the tackle's coming from the side. If it was from behind, then maybe. Because, I mean, that's always a thing, right? If you slide tackle from behind, like, and it's, like, dangerous, like, it could be a red card. I don't know why VAR felt the need to check this and they don't check other plays in MLS. Like, Tony, like, you've asked Mike Ivada so many times about VAR and the consistency. And then the day, like, now it's the same question where I'm just, you know what? The refs are trying their best.
They're trying their best. Orange card situation. Yeah, I could see that. Like, it warranted a look-see-loo over there. Again, just a reminder, we will be talking about San Diego Wave here because they are making moves as well coming up as they return to Snapdragon Stadium. But the VAR is in.
Nashville number 25 commits a foul which stops a promising attack. Therefore, the final decision is a yellow card.
Stops a promising attack. So, you know,
it's promising. It's not a goal scoring opportunity. I like that. I like that description, a promising attack.
I like that. You know, SanDiego FC kept playing the through ball here, and it almost seemed like lately with all the injuries they've had to change their style a little bit, where it's a lot of the long balls, Tony, and they're looking for Chuky, and it hasn't been the right to dream style that they've been playing all season. And you've pointed that out a few times in the last couple games where you're like, look, here goes the long ball again. Here goes the long ball to Chuky again. They've tried that a few times before, but I think like they're kind of trying that a lot more now.
Yeah, and I mean, it's like as long as Chuky has the legs for it, because it's one of those runs that he's just going to start pulling up again and point to his just recurring injury area. And, you know, you'd hate to see that, but that's just the reality of Chuky and his time here. But, you know, once again, second half, you see the brilliance.
Wow, it leads the other way right to Honors Dreyer. Dreyer for Lozano!
Brilliant by the pyrotechnic crew on time, as always. Honors Dreyer getting the assist, fist pumping there for los compadres. No los compadres.
Los compañitos.
Los compadres, el Chuky y Honors.
Yeah, no, I think their dynamic is so electric, and I think we talked about this every week because every week they do something. It's so funny because I was thinking about it the other day, Abe. Earlier in the season, when Dreyer had a little drought where he wasn't assisting, he wasn't scoring, I kind of put it, I was like, are we on this fraud alert with Anders Dreyer? Because he hasn't really performed much, and it was maybe, what, like week 6 to like week 11.
When they had
in
that
the
3-game
season.
losing skid.
No, and even before that, he wasn't like getting on the
Mhm.
score sheet or having goal contributions. And I was like, hey, like let's keep an eye on that. And then boy, did he shut me up. I think he saw the podcast and said, you know what, I'm gonna shut that guy
And
up.
we tell you, it's this podcast that the insiders watch.
Yeah.
Like
Chuky's probably
you'd be
watching right
surprised
now.
how inside. Oh, Chuky's hanging out with Vinny right now with his son.
Nike.
We are one level away from Vinny.
Yeah, we are.
Sit next to him, don't you?
Yeah, he got to sit next to the
I
kid.
gave him a fist bump.
Chuky's kid.
Yeah, I was like, oh, good enough. Give him a fist bump.
And let me tell you, I've worked
Es un
around
tremendo.
10 years
Man.
of generations of children and youth development services.
Pinche travieso el morro ese, eh? You can tell.
He just has that face.
You can tell.
He's
He
an
was
angel. Es un
singing.
ángel. He was
You guys
singing?
didn't hear, but he was humming during
was
the
he
press
humming?
conference. He was like, like out loud. And I was like, bro, cállate, estoy grabando. Luckily, the mics were over there, but I was like, morro,
Tranquilo.
no hay pedo, no hay pedo. Es el hijo del Chuky, no hay
It's
pedo.
because everybody in the press conference was mad and upset that they weren't live at the Oro, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard that was fun.
Sure.
My girlfriend was there. Friends were there. Looked fun.
Punches.
Punchies. You like the Oro, Abe?
It sounded cool. I was writing in the press box while it was happening. It looked like a lot of people were having fun. I was kind of feeling a little bit of
So
FOMO,
much
but
traffic. The most traffic I've ever gotten leaving a
Yeah.
post match and all that still by 11 p.m.
The
Yeah,
Oro
definitely me
effect,
too,
bro.
but
A lot of
honestly, I think they should do that like every game. Just have a DJ after the game because like I imagine traffic's
do.
like horrible after like every other game. Just everyone trying to leave from the same exit in Mission Valley. So I think it just to spread out the nonsense. Just keep a bunch of people there with the post game concert. It was especially after like that victory. There were just so many people having fun. It looked cool for those people.
You know who wasn't having fun? Anders Dreyer, because he didn't get to score a goal.
Well,
I
he
think
got
he
an
had fun.
assist there. Nashville was very physical with SanDiego FC out the gate and throughout the game. Like you kind of felt like this is going to be a chance, but that's what we're talking about right there. The reflex, the ability to get down with such a big body by Pablo Cisniega is incredible. And it's just that shot stopping ability, the positioning that he has to read the ball in the air, know exactly where he has to be.
Manu Duah has no business taking on like 4 players there. The normal, this is how you know he's a midfielder. Because the normal center back
joy that I need to see.
cleared that thing out of there.
I would be so mad
If I was
if I'm Pablo Cisniega, I'm screaming, sácala, chinga la madre, mano, sácala la madre.
look at him, takes on 1, takes on 2.
Gets the ball taken away. The generosity
He's
of
so
the
tall
referee.
that I get worried when he gets fouled like that. That I'm like, wait, se va a quebrar.
It's a baby giraffe situation every time. Here's the
like-
goal again. Celebration.
Yeah, but Manu
But
Duah is definitely
Again,
impressive.
like I would be mad, frustrated. Like great save, Cisniega.
Get
Get it out.
Get that shit out of there.
Get it out. Get it out. Get
Clear,
it out.
clear,
What are you
clear.
doing? Pass it to the right. He's asking for the ball. Open it to the right. Open it wide. Okay. I
Everyone's
guess.
like,
okay.
This is not right to dream.
This is. He's gone.
Manu,
rogue.
chill, Manu.
No, I love how Manu Duah in his first press conference. Oh, you think one of you guys were there when he got drafted? We got the opportunity to speak with him,
Yeah.
and one of the questions from somebody was, "Hey, Manu, like, what is it like being a Right to Dream Academy graduate and blah 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 blah?" And he was like, "I didn't attend Right to Dream. I went to another school, academy, like I went to
the
another
rival.
one." So clearly, the Gary to the Ash Ketchum of schools for Manu Duah dictates, I must take on everybody through the middle. Go, bye. He was going to do it.
But he got fouled.
But he got fouled.
Yeah, I think we can all agree. The second half, SanDiego FC came out with like that intensity in that second half to want to win this game. I think for the most part, right, like that first half was very mellow and it was going back and forth, but nothing too insane. And the second half, SanDiego FC gets the goal, and then Nashville's getting shots on target, and it's kind of like looking like this could end in a 1-1 draw. And
Yeah.
you guys get your prediction correct, the draw. But yeah, no, I mean, there's that penalty that maybe didn't get called, but I think the ref still had it right.
Yeah. It's a tough situation, but
Ian Pilcher thought he was going to call it. He's like, man, I did make contact.
Like, yeah, no, there was, yeah.
Like, sí lo
something there.
pateó.
Didn't go their way for Nashville there. Alex, did mine come in? No,
No, Emma
it was
Boateng
Emma
ended up
Boateng
coming in
and
for Chuky Lozano.
for Chuky.
And I do think I was a little confused as to, why is Chuky coming out? Like, okay, well, like, he played MLS All-Stars. He's probably going to start against Pachuca on Tuesday tomorrow. That was kind of like my thought process. I don't know about you, Abe.
Yeah, at first it was Boateng for Angel, right? And then
Yes.
Valakari moved up to the 9, right?
Yeah.
Yep. And I remember because I told you, like, if you take out Angel, who do you like? Put Valakari up there. And I think once Godoy is back, we're probably going to see Valakari playing at the false 9 again.
Valakari
Valakari is so good. I'm sorry.
Valakari
Valakari is so good.
Penalty magnet.
I think Valakari should have probably shot this. But again, Anders Dreyer, he's your go-to. Poor penalty taken.
Terrible.
I would vote for Luca Del Torre, honestly, but I mean, Dreyer's taken better penalties. This is just a bad run-up and a bad
Disagree.
shot.
He scored
worse penalties.
No, he scored worse penalties. Yeah. Like he's shot.
I don't think he's the best
shot
penalty
worse,
taker.
and they've gone.
We haven't seen like Chuky Lozano is obviously your go-to taker, but beyond that, it's only been Lozano and Dreyer that have taken them, right? Like we don't know what Luca Del Torre's penalties look like.
For all we know,
that's who I would vote for.
I would give it to Yepe. I feel like Yepe just has that natural top corner type of blast.
Good save. I mean, I don't have to take anything away from the save. Like it's a good save. You guessed right. You went to the left side. Yeah, you did it. Good job. Should have Panenka, maybe. It would have gone in. But yeah, so Nashville just kept asking questions, and it's moments like these where Pablo Cisniega really comes through.
Honey Mukhtar with that lob and the chip. Cisniega is out. Mukhtar is down. Schaffelberg stumbles.
Just the physicality.
In a hurry, and he had to really brave from him.
1, 2, just disposing of 2 by like taking them out of the play effectively by take out your legs. I got the ball first, but your legs are
and you
done.
hear the commentary. Look how brave that is, and I think that's the difference between Cisniega and CJ. CJ's not brave.
Listen to the reaction.
Cisniega.
The guy behind, not the guy commentating.
Honey Mukhtar with that lob and the chip.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh,
That's what color commentary is for, right there. Little sounds like that.
oh.
That's color.
Best color commentary I've ever heard was the Univision Giovanni Dos Santos goal. Hugo Sanchez in the second thing.
Honey Mukhtar with that lob and the chip.
Oh,
Yeah. Ooh la la.
oh.
I think Pablo Cisniega has earned their starting spot.
Yeah.
Prove me wrong.
I don't want to.
You can't. I know you like Pablo Cisniega better.
Yeah, I'll push back on what you said earlier that the extension was a mistake. I think it's okay to have a young player under contract for a longer period of time, especially when they're probably still looking to develop Duran a little bit more, and like they'll need a backup goalkeeper. And Cesar Santos is a good option as a backup goalkeeper. And then with Pablo Cisniega, I think it's a 2-year contract, so maybe at the end of this season they might sell him early, or they could keep him too. Like they're creating options in the goalkeeper position that I think it's always good to just have multiple options and depth in this spot, especially in like such a crucial spot.
I agree with that as well, but I feel like the goalkeeper position, and Tony, correct me if I'm wrong because you're the goalkeeper expert here, but I feel like that's the one position where you ride the high of confidence when you're playing so great, but as soon as something goes wrong and you lose that confidence, you can go in a big slump. And there's been players that go in a slump and then they just don't get that confidence back. A perfect example for this is Mexico, Carlos Acevedo with Santos. Like this guy was going to be the goalkeeper for the 2026 World Cup because he was on this high of confidence. He was playing great, making crazy saves, and then just started kind of like getting scored on. He became the most scored goalkeeper in the league because the defense wasn't playing that well. And that just plummeted his confidence, and he's just not the best goalkeeper anymore. And I feel like that has a lot to do with that confidence, where hopefully that's not the case with CJ, but losing your starting spot, when you're the 24-year-old starting goalkeeper at first, and then you lose it, and then you're not getting it back, and then you're not getting the minutes. I hope that's not the case, but that's not a door that's closed for CJ Dos Santos, where that confidence doesn't come back, and then he gets on goal, and then he gets scored on 3 times on the game that he comes back. That could happen. Tony, correct me if I'm
Yeah,
wrong
no,
here.
that's it. You just ride the hot hand, and just it's a confidence thing. There's a reason there's only one of you. Like that's if somebody goes down and you're outfield player, then you can probably be slotted into the left back position if need be. But there's only one goalkeeper position on the field, and that's exactly what you do. It's precious cargo on that end. SanDiego FC end up winning this match 1-0 against Nashville, and again maintaining that top of the Western Conference. Still, there's a couple games in hand by the teams chasing SanDiego FC.
I think Vancouver is like still a point behind with
They're
the
point
game in
behind
hand.
with the game in hand.
So technically they have the chance to take over first place. Can I ask you, what was your guys' favorite response from the post match? From anyone, from Chuky, Mikey, Yepe? I feel like we don't talk about this enough in the podcast, and it's something that we should. Just your favorite moments from the press conference.
I think there was a moment where Lozano said, like, I told you guys we were going to surprise people, and kind of pushed back. I think I forgot who asked the question. I feel like it might have been Amord. I'm not sure who asked the question, but he kind of pushed back on somebody's like question as far as like he basically said like, yeah, at the beginning of the season I knew we were going to be good, and that's before they even picked any other players besides him and Duran. Like Chuky Lozano had a lot of faith in the system and the project and what they were doing, like from that opening press conference that they had, and hearing him kind of like defend it, I thought that was a pretty cool answer.
All right, let's give it that context right here. This is from the post-match press conference. You can check all this out. SanDiego.Futbol. Immediately after the games, this is where you get the content. Share it to your people, share it to your friends, and everybody involved. But this is, and yes, we will get to the Tomas Angel part where you asked that to Mikey Varas.
¿Puede confrontarnos un poquito de la jugada del gol? Ya cuando te llegues a entender así con Ander, significa que se complementan perfectamente y pues creo que son por algo los jugadores franquicia, ¿no? Que integran este equipo.
Pues sí, la verdad que desde un principio el entrenador, el club, entendió y quiso tener una conexión entre nosotros dos y bueno, lo estamos llevando a cabo, ¿no?
I don't think so either, but
well, he was saying
that's talking about the connection that he has with Anders Dreyer and how much that's
for the audio listeners, because this one has English subtitles as well. But yeah, there is one where he says, I said it from the beginning, like this team was gonna surprise. I also did ask him about, like what are the emotions you're gonna face against Pachuca for the first time ever now tomorrow, and I did ask him if he would celebrate if he scores, and he said he was not going to celebrate. I respect it because I always feel like it's based on how you left that club, and he has such a good relationship with Pachuca. Like he left Europe, like it's his boyhood club. I feel like when players have a bad rep with the team that sold them or anything, then yeah, by all means celebrate against them. But I respect that he's not going to celebrate if he scores.
What about you, Tony? What was your favorite answer?
Yeah, what was your favorite moment? I mean, you don't have to, I know you're looking for it.
I'm looking for it.
Just talk. Like it's okay. People can find this, Tony.
No.
People can find it on our YouTube channel.
Damn
I think
it.
people also want to see their response of Mike Varas to Tomas Angel.
I think the Tomas Angel thing is probably a bit more relevant.
Okay, I'm sorry, guys. Well,
it's okay.
My favorite part was you asking head coach Mikey Varas about Tomas Angel.
Oh, nice. I was curious, right? It was towards the end of the press conference, and I feel like it's often very positive and we want to set everyone up for success. But I feel like at times you have to also ask about, hey, like this player is not really, you have a 9, he's not scoring goals. How do you deal with that? Like how, like what can you
something that you feel like maybe he can get better at in the future or something that he needs to work towards?
I think the obvious thing is that he's not scoring goals or getting the final pass, but we shouldn't minimize the work that he is doing. He's doing a tremendous job pressing. He's doing a huge amount of defending work. for the team that helps liberate a little bit Irving and Anders. So, of course, any number 9 wants to get into more dangerous positions to help impact the goal. But what I will say is, like, he's still adding a lot to the team in terms of just that energy that he brings and really mature and disciplined defending is as strange as that sounds to say about a number 9, but that's important because we talk about being an and team. So we want to be a team that, is creative on the ball and can play well in possession and defends as a team and runs hard and fights.
Yep, Mikey Varas, likes his defending strikers.
George just said next week game against Mazatlan is considered a very attractive game. I got an email. Cox and Zoo will be closed, like the areas there at the stadium, not including the season tickets. And that's because, Mazatlan is not an attractive LigaMX team. They're the Morelia Morados.
Lowest attendant?
I can see that. Game? I can see that being the lowest. I think Pachuca will get a good one. And I think Tigres will also get a good attendance.
No, Felipe. His job isn't defense. Yes, but he's doing a great job of it.
Hey, the attacker is the first defender, right? At the end, I feel like it's only a matter of time. Tomas Angel is only there because there's no one else to take that spot. You're not going to put Chuky at the 9. You're not going to put Anders Dreyer at the 9. You're going to probably put Balakari there once Godoy is healthy. But there's no one else.
And that's the thing. Like, he's adding to the team more than Milan did. Like, no. And earlier somebody said, like, oh, well, Dreyer has been his cross. I think it was either George or Philippe, like, just saying, like, his crosses didn't seem to be on par. His passes, well, he doesn't have his buddy Iloski to pass it to anymore. Like, that's who was receiving those passes.
I don't know, man. I feel like at this point, Tomas Angel is riding off that high from that one little curve pass he did early in the season and that freaky goal against America. Other than that, Tomas Angel has just been probably the biggest flop for SanDiego FC besides Anders Reyes.
And Colombia not coming through for SanDiego FC.
Did you guys see Reyes was at the game too? Did you guys?
He was at the game.
He was in crutches and had surgery on his knee.
He was waiting for the team to come back through the tunnel, say hi, and that's about it. That's your Andres Reyes report.
So he exists. You can't hold up the question mark.
No. I always knew he existed, but like the thought of him being a soccer player is still out there. Like I've seen him.
Angel has done more than Ingvarsten.
Oh.
How many goals does Ingvarsten have in the season? I think Angel has 2. Ingvarsten probably has 1. Ingvarsten has 1. But Ingvarsten has been injured for such a long time.
Tomas Angel might as well have been injured for a long time. Just a straight swap for Bombino and Tomas Angel.
But other than that, SanDiego FC end up pulling this win. They get 3 points at home against Nashville. Abe, you've also pointed to the idea that sometimes SanDiego FC maybe doesn't put the strongest lineups against Eastern Conference teams. This was probably the best lineup possible they had. They ended up winning. Nashville's one of the best teams in MLS as well. Like, what statement do you feel like this makes for SanDiego FC?
I think it basically says to the entire league that they're legit and they're not even at full health at this point, and they have complete belief in their style and everything that they're doing and that they've done this season, and like they can win in multiple ways. And I think like something that is really, really interesting to me is like they actually parked the bus for the first time, I think, this season.
Mm-hmm.
They brought on Patty McNair for Luca De La Torre, I believe. So just switching to a full 5-person back line and letting them kind of sit back is something that I could see them doing, like potentially like in a playoff spot or in this Leagues Cup tournament when they're trying to maintain a league. And I think it's good to add kind of wrinkles like this, especially defensive ones later on in the season where it's like, all right, you've proven you can score you can score without a good striker at this point too. You can win games without, like, you are able to be here without Milan Losky technically right now. And now you're going to be able to prove at least maybe try for longer periods of time. Like, maybe they're going to sit back a little bit. They're going to maintain the lead. They're going to try and build from that way. You know, maybe they do have this 3-5 back thing and then say, hey, you know what? Let Manu Duah go up a little bit more. Like it's more little wrinkles and versatility things that it's good for the development of this team, I think.
Yeah, and look, again, it's been working. So whatever we might think, we might say Tyler Heaps and company are making it happen because guess what? Reinforcements are on the way.
I told you it was going to be someone from Spain. Do you remember that? Didn't I say that?
Yes, you did.
You did, actually.
You did. SanDiego FC signed midfielder Pedro Soma over, not from Barcelona. He was on loan to Barcelona B. He was actually owned by a Catalonian team, but Cornella. But he makes his way to San Diego on a permanent deal. That is official now. Now, Pedro Soma. Yay. A lot of clout with Barcelona B. But again, another young player for Mikey Varas to utilize for this project. Like, this is, I don't know. What do you guys feel? This is it's not Huming Son.
No, I think Mikey Varas is really kind of picking up players that he had in the under 20 U.S. men's national team, which is where he coached last as well before being the interim. But I think he's really just saying, I want this player because this, and that. I want this player. I want this player. I want this player. And again, why not? Like, if it's working, go for it. That's cool. I still feel like you're going to need some experience. They already have the experience. But, I mean, maybe it's a good signing. Maybe he's a wonder kid. But again, all these players that are 19, 20 years old are eventually going to end up getting sold somewhere. You're not going to have them here in the next 5 years. Because if they're this good and you're claiming that they're going to be this like talented players in the future, another team's going to come in and swoop that deal. Like, you're not going to be able to pay them. Like, there's salary caps for a reason in MLS. So there's a reason why nobody else has done this in MLS. We'll see what happens. As of now, sure. Can you win a championship with a bunch of 20-year-olds? Maybe. Mm-hmm. Maybe that's a secret. Maybe SanDiego FC has unlocked something we haven't seen, but they're definitely proving everyone wrong.
So just official, the transaction with SanDiego FC acquires midfield Pedro Soma from Spain's UE Cornella, guaranteed through 2027 with a club option for 2028. Soma will be added to the roster pending receipt of his ITC. So that's the official language for this deal. So he'll be here for a bit. Abe?
Yeah, I think it's overall pretty solid move, especially if it's with the philosophy they've laid forth, and it shows really a confidence in what they're building and what they believe in. I think when you compare it to the development of other teams here in San Diego, I think a lot of other teams might have gone in a different direction, added a player that they weren't really sure or just kind of out of left field. I think we saw that a little bit in the development of Wave. There are times where a player was added and you can tell Casey Stoney wasn't really playing them or starting them or didn't have the same belief in them and wanted to go with the lineup that they were comfortable with. And I think we saw that with Loyal too. And at this point, when you have Mikey Varas and Tyler Heaps, who seem to be kind of on the same wavelength, I think that's good for the development of this team so far. Like like I said earlier, they haven't proven us wrong.
And look, then yes,
not to say like, look, playing in Bar B is a good thing as well. Like Xavi, Busquets, Iniesta, Puyol, Thiago Alcantara, Piqué, they all played in Barcelona B when they made that jump. Like, I'm just saying, like, he's playing with players that will potentially.
Yeah,
he's playing in a team where those other teammates he had are eventually going to make the jump to La Liga. He ends up coming to MLS, which is a little different, right? But I mean, the level is there when you have to play in Barcelona B as well. Not saying that just shows that this kid is talented. Like, he can play, he can ball. I think he's gonna do good things coming off the bench. Who knows? Maybe he gets a starting spot over Godoy in the future. Like, look, Godoy's 35.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to find someone to start over him probably next season.
David Vasquez also parting, coming from Philadelphia Union, so another midfielder there
Mhm.
too.
19 years old.
This is good. Honestly, Heat is taking the season for granted, thinking being in first is easy. So here's my thing. What if SanDiego FC had Chuky Lozano, Honors Dreyer, a third DP, just Zimmerman, just like MLS legends and just big greats of the league and internal. And yeah, you just have this everything that the fan base wants when they see Heung-min Son linked to LAFC, Mueller to Vancouver. Like, what are we doing? We're signing these kids. Like, what if you did get all those players and you were in first place? What would people complain about then? Because it's happening with this roster, with its rotating young backline roster, and it's happening. They're in first place. What more do you want? Is it sustainable? Well, we'll find out. We're finding out. They weren't supposed to beat Nashville like that. I really don't think it was in the script for SanDiego FC to beat Nashville. But Pedro Sama coming in, good talent, and another system player for Mikey Varas and Right to Dream and SanDiego FC's style of play.
Yeah, I mean, anything else for SanDiego FC besides Leagues Cup? They're facing against Pachuca. They're facing Tigres on Friday.
My hands are up with Leagues Cup, not only because I'm not allowed to cover Leagues Cup and not allowed to be in the press box for this. Let's see what Leagues Cup brings. Like, I'm here to be a witness of whatever happens with SanDiego FC in their first Leagues Cup.
Look, Pachuca is 3-0. They're a great team. They have great players. They have Idrisi. They have Pachuca's just that team that has. Pachuca is the Right to Dream team of LigaMX. If you don't know about Pachuca, they're the academy team in LigaMX. They're the academy team in Mexico. They produce the best young talent in Mexico right now, and they have been for the last probably 10 plus years. Chuky Lozano came out of there. Guti Gutierrez came out of there. Like, you had Victor Guzman. You have so many great, talented players that have come out of there. And they go on that philosophy of having youngsters playing and starting for the team.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm excited to see.
Something you're never going to see in MLS or in American sports is this moment right here.
La van a revisar, pero la asistente número 1, Jessica Fernanda Morales, está muy segura de lo que vio Rafa Puente. Me pareció, no estamos en el mejor.
That's
There really
somebody's
aren't
steal.
enough crowd shots in these MLS games. Mexican broadcasts, I think, for soccer are always so much better, just because the camera shots are so silly and dumb sometimes.
Yeah.
Or it's just they go to something crazy and they have the perfect reaction shot no matter what right after.
Somebody's always on it. But yeah, Pachuca first place right now, very, very early in the season.
Mm-hmm.
They actually just this was the goal that they actually beat Mazatlan with 1-0. VAR ended up saying there was no offsides, and that's that victory. So we'll see. Abe,
It's Leagues Cup. It's
Leagues Cup.
contrived. It's invented. It depends if you win, whether or not they try as hard, I think. But also, they're always going to try super hard. It's weird. It offers a chance to play in the, I think, top 3, get CONCACAF Champions Cup, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah, I mean, it has consequences.
Look,
tough
man,
consequence.
I'm just salty. You might get to see La Chofis start this cup.
Yeah,
You're gonna get to see Chofis play, maybe. That's so cool.
Yeah, you guys can send me questions and stuff. But yeah, I mean, it's football. LigaMX versus MLS. Who's better?
Don't forget, you're also gonna see Tigres.
Jimmy versus Mikey.
Yeah. Tigres is also this week, so.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna see Marcelo Ruiz, Diego Lainez, like Sigma 9 Soccer said, Angel Correa.
Yeah.
Former Atletico Madrid.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be very interesting because it's you have the team that's at the top of the Western Conference in the MLS versus a lot of pretty good Liga MX teams. So is this like? What do you think as of right now, Chiva? I remember what you said at the beginning of the season. What do you think is better, Liga MX or MLS?
Oh,
LigaMX.
Hmm.
I still think LigaMX is better. Like you're telling me, you feel like LigaMX really tried at that All Stars games? No. Like LigaMX is, I still think, more competitive.
The MLS tried?
I think so. I think they tried harder.
Oh, okay.
They tried so hard, they were like, we're not putting Messi so we can win. I still think LigaMX is the better.
I think I agree with you. They edge MLS out just a little bit because I think like the bad MLS teams are like really bad, and with the way all the contract stuff works and GAM, salary caps, it's all just kind of nonsensey. But it just by a little bit though. It's still pretty. It's still pretty close.
I think Mexico right now. Yeah, William Carvalho plays in Pachuca.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, dude. I think Liga MX has better youngsters right now than MLS does.
Dude.
Yeah. Well, in MLS, I think that's kind of like on purpose because they have their MLS next teams in there.
He played in Pachuca?
Yes, Tony.
Oh my God.
Pato.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh.
I love that kid. Well, not kid anymore, but all right. Well,
yeah.
Should be interesting.